G'day, mate. How you going? Yep. Well, we're back, and guess what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to put a blog together, right? And so what's happened is that I started doing a bit of research, and I actually started getting blooming inspired. And the problem was that the other day, well, it was actually our wedding anniversary, and I don't know if you can see this guitar band, but it's actually Blue Roses. Actually, I'll take it off and show you. Look, it's, there's, I don't know where you're at in life, but I saw this guitar strap and I was getting married and I fell in love with this guitar strap, right? Have a look at it. Is that something else or what? It's a silver blue. Now you can see it coming up, okay? Now, there's a bit of a story about this old guitar, and there's a bit of a story about the strap, and there's a bit of a story about me, and to be honest with you, that's all real great, but really I'm more interested in your story. But if you haven't got your blog yet, I'm not getting to hear your story, so I think you better get in. Because I want to hear your story. That's fair, isn't it? Like if this Aussie guy is probably still recovering from coming off his horse when he was a kid, right, so get over it. I grew up in the Snowy Mountains, right? I started my work life as a stockman up there, so my office was a horse saddle. Some things changed along the way, but anyway, we'll get there. Anyway, let's get back. The other day, it was our wedding anniversary. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to recover my hand from what turns out to be 2 severe injuries. Okay? Now, this one, my pointer finger, has got radial nerve damage. Okay? But we're getting somewhere. The other one, I think if you check my LinkedIn profile, you'll notice that I'm ex-oil field. I had a dirty dog mongrel. We were hanging off out in the middle of Bass Strait in a real bad storm in the middle of winter there one time, and I was the Derrickman, right? So the floating rig Derrickman, mate, wildcatter, all right? Don't give me grief about your life, but if you want a hand, I'll come help you, all right? But anyway, this dirty dog mongrel, so-called driller, right, locks down the bloody brake while I'm hanging off here right now, right, like we've got stacked, suspended on a floating rig in Bass Strait, roughest water in the world. I'm the clown up in the monkey board, right, and he locks off the blooming brake just as I release the elevators, and bang, the elevator horn split my tendon in my little finger, all right? Man, I don't know about you, but some people are just dogs, aren't they? And this guy's probably hearing this now, and it's a lot of years later, but hey, come on. If you're the guy that's got your eye on the other guy, man or woman, and it's the workplace, that guy has the right to trust you. End story. Now, I don't want to get down this topic today because I will get down this topic at some time. If you guys want to talk about something about what should be happening in the Gulf, hey, I'm qualified, guys, had the license, done the work, been on the monkey board. We might have a talk about that. Put it in comments, we'll go there. All right? Because it breaks my heart what's happened over there to you folks. I've got a lot of mates over in the States, and it just breaks my heart what's happened. All right? It should have been cleaned up, should have never happened. And I do have the license. Okay, end story. Right, let's get back to something good, something happy. Okay, now here's the point. And I reckon this might be helping someone somewhere, if I can show you this. See, one of the things with our nerves, medical science is brilliant, and if you use your brains and you use high quality natural products, it might even help you as well. You can go check yvetteandjohn.com for that, okay, because it's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about our wedding song. But here's the point of it. All of a sudden, I couldn't play anymore when I wrote my own blooming wedding song. Now, I don't know about America and I don't know about England, but I'm here to tell you something. In Australia, the workplace standards for injured people is absolutely disgusting. Anybody that's ever had any part in it should be deeply ashamed of themselves. I'll tell you how it is. If you get injured, particularly if you're over 50, you're out of work. You're going to poverty. Been there, done that. And that's going to get changed. Okay, now if I've got to learn how to do a blog properly to get the groundswell to change it, I'll bloody well do it. I've had enough. Okay? Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back onto something more nicer. Okay, what I'm going to attempt to do, and I apologise if you've got good tone qualities in your ear, because hey, if you've got radial nerve damage and you point a finger and you're trying to play a guitar, think about this: robotically or motor skills, you're going for XY reference, right? I don't want to get all geeky on you, but the way our body works, our mind responds to love positions, right? Okay? And if something feels good, it'll take us back there. If something feels horrible but used to feel good, you've got emotional agony. If you, for some reason you're trying to repair or rebuild a motor skill, somewhere you're going to have to get through the agony. I put my guitar away, yet this is my wedding guitar strap. See, what I learned was that if I just shut up once we were married and played the guitar, sometimes it allowed us to start learning how to build a relationship. Okay, all of a sudden I couldn't play the guitar anymore. Thanks for nothing, guys. It just was not that important to get that load out just that quick. All right? Okay? That's all I've got to say about it. Okay, now look, what I'm going to do here, this song is called Reach Me. I'm not playing tight, I'm being honest with you, but it was our wedding anniversary the other day. And now, out of respect for my wife, and just for pure joy of attempting to do it and having the guts to do it, right, let's give it a shot. What I'm going to do for Toby and all you other guys, hey, listen, it's a very, very basic song. I was learning to play, all right? So the chords that I'd learnt to play, I built the song out of, okay? So you know where I'm going straight away. Come on, you guys know. I'm obviously going to use a G. I'm going to use an A minor, okay? And I'm going to use a couple of higher D variations, right? And a little bit of picking, all right? So, hey, whatever. But it works, okay? But it just didn't work how I'd love it today, all right? So let's give it a go. There you go, you go and write the blooming thing and then you forget how to play it. Isn't that wonderful? Let's give it another shot, all right? Hey, look, as Yvette describes this, right, you understand, myself and Yvette, we're from the Snowy Mountains, right, and you get some beautiful, my wife is a very, very talented landscape artist, and you get some beautiful reflections running across the water, just the light flicking across the little mountain streams and things like that, right? And also, when we met as teenagers, like, I don't know what happened. It all went wrong, and 30 years later we ended up getting married, to be honest with you. We were out of each other's lives. 30 years later we hooked up, and there's a whole story to that, and Yvette can tell that one day if she wishes to. It's her private life. But anyway, you get this flickering through, all right? Look, like I said, I've got nerve damage. I can't quite, it's not, for me, in my soul, where I want that fretting to run yet, okay? But what actually happened, this guy ran into me and I cut to the chase, ex-Australian serviceman, he had a horrendous near fatality serving his country. Come back here, Australia's disgusting, to be honest, with how it supports return people and people out of workplace injury. It's all the same thing, we're serving our country, okay? You want to go there, I'll take you there real quick. Okay, and so like this one here, you know, ex-Derrickman, right, Wildcat floating rig in the middle of Bass Strait, roughest water in the world. The clown on the break change it down just so I'm releasing the elevator. So I've got, this is a high storm, but the rope's not going to do it, guys. For pullback rope, forget it. And this is old manual conventional derrick on a floating rig, right? So I've got to change. I've got my foot winch running, right? Now stretch it right back up, and the rig's heaving like you wouldn't believe, and I let those elevators go, and I've had to put my hand to flick it around the end of the monkey board, and the blooming mongrel, and I was trusting him to be watching me, and he should have been, and he'd changed it off, and he'd gone in to check a measurement right when we're hanging off in the middle of Bass Strait. Can you believe that? Right? And you want to talk about the Gulf one day? Yeah, I'll come talk about it with you, no problem. Put a comment up. Let's get it on. It's disgusting what's happened about that. Okay? And I'm qualified to know. I had the license. Okay? Yeah, we'll take it there. No problem. Okay? Anyway, let's get back to... I'm going to try and do this again. Okay? See, and here comes the sunlight again. Okay, now here's the story. See, what's happened is that we've written that song on the telephone, right? Myself and Yvette. I couldn't play guitar for nuts. Time has come. We've gone and got married. We're up there in front of all our guests, and I thought I had the words to the song. We're going to sing it first time straight up in front of the people. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So anyway, and it just might have worked. But the truth of it is now, we've never ever sung that song, but we did. It's a poem behind a song, all right? No, I think that's what it is. Anyway, song's called Reach Me, right? And it's really simple, okay? In my heart I know you dream, such a simple ask it seems, reach me. Okay? And then obviously it plays on through there. And then it just goes on from there. Doesn't matter if it's slow. For you it's all. I hear you call. Reach me. Okay. Now, you can imagine when Yvette is actually just saying those words out to the audience, and I'm just playing the song because we've lost the words, guys. And that's when they just all started crying. And it was just unbelievable, you know. And I wasn't crying, but I'll tell you what, I was just freaking out because I thought they were going to want another song, and I didn't have no other song. You know? Hey, that's life, isn't it? You know? Look, have fun today. Make sure it counts, you know? If you need to get back on the horse, get up and give it another go. Come on. Even if it's too hard for you, there might be someone else out there that just helps get up one more time. All right? It is the truth. Now, there's another piece I've written. Look, I apologise. The playing's not tight, you know? Okay. Now, you all know Yvette's name is obviously Yvette, right? So this is, I don't know, I just called it Yvette originally and then I called it Mother's Prayer. But let's see how it goes. Now, I apologise. My hand's been all smacked up. I live in a country where they don't give a stuff about those sort of things. I'm broadcasting into another country where they let people go get killed just for petrol and they don't even bloom mess up, right? Where that rig was operating under a government licence. You want to talk about it? I'll talk about it. It wasn't your mates. It wasn't your relief that come off the blooming monkey board and lost his life when you worked with him down in the middle of Bass Strait, It wasn't every single person that's ever been hurt or destroyed in a workplace for any reason. We have the right to trust our spouses, our loved ones, our daughters, our sons to come home and our kids and their kids to know that our world can be a safer place, and it's got to change. And I don't care who loses elections or whatever they do, they've got to stop lying, clean the mess up. No rig ever works without a licence. It doesn't. Derrickman on up, you've all got a well control licence. Look, I'll show you the blooming book. There you go, guys. Sydney University, okay? It's not where I got mine from. Mine's obviously early 80s. It's Exxon Well Control. Okay? Let's get this thing on. Okay, but that's... You want to talk about it? We go get it happening, eh? There's people that are really, really going broke down in the Gulf. It's bad. Okay? Give us some comments. I'll do the research with you. I'll go with it. Okay? Now, sorry I got on this topic, but because I have, I'm going to post it anyway. Bottom line, end of story. Everybody's carrying on about BP. Everybody's carrying on about Halliburton. Everybody's carrying on about everybody. Here's the bottom line. Bottom line is that every one of those companies employs people. Every one of those companies pays taxes. Every one of those companies provides income, livelihoods, and every other thing. At the end of the day, in the world that we love, that we're watching slip out of our hands, if you are the elected official, you are responsible. If somebody murdered one of your kids, what would you do about it? If some kid's dad don't come home because it's meant to be supervised license in a highly volatile situation, who's accountable? End story. Now, for me not saying something, I am accountable. I already know better. I'm not judging anyone else, but hey guys, for my mate Bruce, for that many guys I saw torn up, smashed up, look at my hand, there's enough of it, we've got to get some changes happening, okay?